a terrifying camping discovery. It was one of the scariest things I've ever experienced. We were camping out in the woods. No, not just any woods, but the infamous Blackwood Forest. For decades, people had disappeared in these woods, and their bodies would turn up days later, drained of all their blood. Legend has it that there's a spirit in these woods that lures people in and then takes their blood. And somehow, this spirit has been haunting these woods for centuries. We decided to go check it out for ourselves, even though the townspeople warned us not to go in. They said that if we went into the woods, we'd never come back out the same. But we didn't listen to them and we went into the woods anyway. At first, everything seemed fine. It was just a normal day in the woods. But then things started to get weird. We heard what sounded like screams in the forest, but when we turned around, we saw nothing. Then we started to see symbols carved into the trees. At first we thought that they were just some kind of weird art, but then we realized that they were actually runes. And we knew that we were being watched. We set up camp and tried to ignore the creepy feeling that we had been following for most of the day. But then the nightmares began. Every night we would hear the sound of footsteps near our camp, and every morning we would find new runes carved into the trees. We found one that looked like a person with no face, and then we realized that we were being hunted. One day we decided to run as far away from the forest as we could, and that's when we saw the cabin. Maybe we could hide there from whatever was hunting us. But when we got closer, we saw that it was abandoned, and then we realized that we weren't safe anywhere. Then we saw something that made the hair on our necks stand up. In the corner of the cabin, we saw a shadowy figure standing in the corner. It was tall and thin, and it seemed to be made of shadows. We screamed and ran as fast as we could, and that's when I realized that this forest is truly cursed. We have never been able to go back to that forest, and we don't even tell the story to anyone, because we know that if we do, whatever is in those woods will find us and take our blood.